This is a quick video, just a whirlwind tour through the Workzone platform. I'm here at the home page, not logged in, and you can see some information here. Hire, train, track, and pay. And that's not just for your workforce, but also for your entire company, basically. Workzone payments and accounting systems built into the platform can manage pretty much most of our business services. We do integrated payments, workforce management, business formation, sales and marketing and PR, tax strategies, and then banking. So this is an international or domestic, obviously, solution. So down here we have a few screenshots from the platform about your work management and productivity reporting and visualizations and insights, time tracking. This is a project-based system, basically. We have the invoicing and history. We have internal invoice generation right inside Workzone. Pricing. Pricing can depend, right? There's a per user fee. There's a concierge level pricing, which could be different, and there's obviously there's an economy of scale regarding the pricing as well. There's a factor. And then accounting and payments, we can create these different wallets, basically. Some wallets would be attached to a bank account, some wallets would not be. It would just be pass-through wallets for accounting purposes. Some wallets would be shared, where, like maybe contributive accounts where multiple parties can contribute to one account for some reason, maybe marketing, collaborative marketing, or maybe a retirement fund or something. And then our consumer wage calculator. Basically, you can see there's a darker gray on this side and a lighter gray on the other side. The dark gray is your existing employee or contractor, or whatever, your worker profile, and then we would do a recommended worker profile, which is a change, and you get this difference, right? The difference in the money that you can save. And this is not just wages, it's also includes your like your retirement and other factors, retirement and healthcare, and these other factors we also calculate into here in order to get this comparison. And we usually can pretty much recommend a 60 to 70% overall difference in your wage band. Okay, and then there's some more information here, but basically this is the home page. I'd like to now jump just over into the platform itself, and I just run through the help component, the tour here. So this, like I said, this is a project-based system. So even when we open up the tracker, like I might be a worker and I might be involved in more than one project, and when I open up the desktop tracker on my desktop, then I'd want to choose which project I'm working on so that the cost allocation will go to the right project. See, so to select a project, we open up this drop down here, we choose select a project, and then you can invite users into this project. If you see in the background right now, every time we go next, it changes the page, and you're seeing the real page that we would be on, right? So this would be active, right? If I close it, it will remain here, and I can I can invite people into this project, the GEC Online project. And just so that you know, this is a company that I run, so I have an actual company open right now. And then as far as user lists, the users will be added to the list here, and there's many settings for individual users that you can manage from here. User permissions are individual for each page, and then in the settings you'll find the centralized user permissions, where you can manage them either from a centralized location, which can be pretty complex, or you can manage them from the individual pages. So individual users can have permissions that are relevant just to this page, but they wouldn't have permissions on other pages. Okay, so here's a permissions. Invite new members, right? For example, so Suman and Avishek have the ability to invite new members into this project, for example. Here we can begin monitoring users from the home button. You can see the home button is behind this here, and these are all the different time ranges that you can look for any individual user's performance on. This is hours tracked, so we get the total. It looks like this is today. It's early in the morning here on a weekend, so I'm not seeing much there. Looks like this worker is currently on right now. Then weekly time, it shows you the, I suppose, a chart there for each day, and it looks like Sanjok and Avishek, and they've put in the most time over the past week. And then we also do have the attendance. Now I believe this is set. If I was to move this, you would see this is me, and I don't actually track my own time because I'm the CEO. Actually, the main innovator who created this whole system. So I don't track my own time. But these turn green for every day that somebody has been working, right? And then you can drill in and you can see their screenshots on the daily basis from there. Then you've got the idle time. Which application are they using right now, right? And then their website, their desktop application and website all are tracked at the same time, so that you can get hints as to whether the worker is being efficient or not. There are other situations where the worker may forget to turn on their tracker, or they may be working in a way like remotely where they need to enter manual time, and then that has to be approved. Here are some productivity ratings where, as the company owner, I can come in and I can say which I can come in and see which, what do you call it, applications have been used and how much time was spent on each of the applications. So again, another way to if you suspect that a worker is being inefficient, you can come in and check a lot of different cross references, cross checks to see if that's true or not. If they have been efficient or not. And then we have the payments page where right now it's April 4th, and I've already got $1,000 that I owe to the guys here. Then there's payroll settings, so it keeps track of the payment, the current amount owed, per hour or on a fixed contract basis. So I can come in here and keep track of, when the last raise was given, right? So here it was June 6th, June 27th, and September 1st, 2022 was the last time that this particular worker had a raise. And then I could generate an invoice from here. And this is kind of sophisticated. It ties into our accounting. So which account are we paying out from? And then we can this generates an invoice that is saved. It goes to it actually goes to the worker to be approved. It's part of our conflict resolution process. The worker has to approve the invoice first, then it comes back and can be released into their Workzone wallet. Then there's an invoice history where we can see, oh, here we go. This is payment history. We didn't take a look at the invoice history though. So this is the payment history. We can see who's getting paid what. Looks like Sanjok is making more money, and there's also a date range here. Looks like he made about $3,400 over the past month. And then our accounting system. Okay, so here's my personal accounts, and then here's the company account. If I was not a company manager, obviously I wouldn't have this. I would only have this account. And then you can see this one has an actual bank account attached to it. These don't. These are pass-through accounts. They could be percent based, or they can be an open account, what we call open, which is not percent based. A percent based account allows you to split that amount into different amounts. Like there are some cases where that's what you have. Like if you have a partner and the monies that go into this account get split on a percentage basis. That happens automatically here if it's a percent based account. And open accounts, they can also have alt accounts, but they won't be proportional. So you can just move the money into whatever account manually instead of having it automatically go by percentages. Okay. Over here too, you can see that this is associated with my personal bank account. So monies can be sent out directly from Workzone into my personal bank account at any time. I think that's an important point to make, because whenever money transacts, somebody takes a piece of it, and a small piece, yes, 3%, 1%, whatever. But inside Workzone, money changes hands without actually, it's just the numbers moving to the right repo. And so money can change hands 10, 20 times inside Workzone, depending on the sophistication of your business and the partners who are on Workzone. And the only time that money erodes through transfer is when it is actually taken out of the Workzone wallet system. So actually there's cost savings involved in that too if you have your partners on Workzone. Okay, so then there is what we call an overall statement. So all your accounts, it's like a reconciliation account where you see everything at once instead of seeing them in pieces like this. And yeah, there's many actions that you can perform. When you pay invoices, obviously those are automated, and you have an allocation account where it goes into, and then you also have a source account where it comes out of, and you can define those in the invoicing system. But you can also come in here, your accountant can come in here and enter other, like for example, the APIs that are associated with this are for payout is a different bank account, right? But we also have a Singapore bank account for this company, and I also keep in the company side, I also keep all my accounting for that second bank account. So I need my accountant to come in here and make sure everything is updated, so I know at all times what my current status is for both banks, both bank systems. So we can do manual transfers in here. We can do manual entries and then there's automatic transfers. So let's see, schedule. Okay, so scheduled transfers. Now these are interesting because I have not set up any in my system right now, in my personal account, which is what's showing right now. Oh yeah, here's the downloads. Okay, so for transfers, you can transfer to inside Workzone to other wallets, and those transfers can be from my wallet to only one way out to another person's wallet, another entity, or they could be reverse, where I want them to deposit into my account in one way, and then that will send a request to that person, and they have to approve it, and then that wallet, that shared wallet will appear, and then they can manage it, but it's only one way. It comes from them to us. And then the third one is bidirectional, where multiple parties can contribute to a single wallet. So it's only an inbound by everybody. Right, those are the three types, and they can be both manual or scheduled. So manual is where we just move money, transfer money into that account manually whenever we wish. But the scheduled ones, obviously, they automatically will move the monies at the scheduled time. There are downloads. This is the Mac OS download, but we also have the Windows, and we also have a Linux desktop app. These are the desktop apps. and the Linux is for computer geeks. And that's a quick rundown on the management system. There's more to say in here. If I close this out, we can look at some of these tools. There's a calculator, which I talked about previously. And in this calculator, there's a lot of sophistication. I'm going to go to this company and just talk about it for a minute, because in this sample, it's only a sample, I have one salaried employee. And remember, let me change the color of this. So you see from here over is the existing workforce profile, but from here over would be the recommended. So this provider here, this one guy moved from he's a process worker, moved from on-site at $4,300 a month, moved to remote offshore for $1,200 a month, and so you get the difference right here. And when we do this profile, we have the on-site employee, and we want to do the comparison to the remote worker. Well, when we profile this on-site reporter, we say what region are they in, because this is where their insurance is going to be, and we have to put all of their stats in here. And the employer is contributing 20% to their health care, and that's included in that wage calculation as far as how much savings are being achieved. And this worker also has one dependent who is their well, it's a female child, and this guy's getting low coverage, the worker, and this is getting mid-range coverage, and they're a 14-year-old female, right? And now we're exchanging this scenario with a remote worker here. Oh wait, recommended employees, yeah. Recommended worker in Nepal, who is making $1,200 salary instead of $4,300, and we're contributing $5 to their health care instead of $20, and they don't have any dependents. So that's a pretty big difference between the current employee and the changed employee, and that's how the wage calculator works. We also have basically a CRM where we have leads and follow-ups, and then retention management and closed accounts too. There's more to say inside Workzone. There's actually quite a bit of sophistication to it. One thing I would show you is, for example, in the screenshots here, there's the ability to annotate these. If I have a dispute on the time that's being spent, that the worker can, and the employer and the worker can take notes on these and share notes and communicate on each one of these. And if the worker is decided that, if it's agreed that this should be deleted, and you delete it, then you see this time period from between 11:04 and 10:49 disappears. It goes out of the system if you delete these. So that's another feature that's useful in here for resolving disputes. But anyway, there's more to say. I'm going to stop the video here, and thank you for your attention.